Universal Church. The day we find a perfect church, it becomes imperfect the moment we join it. C.H. Spurgeon. No local church, denomination, or organization is perfect because we are all imperfect people striving towards perfection. Perfection is not the base but the goal of every local church or group of believers. BPF. Before Christ sent the church into the world, he sent the Spirit into the church. The same order must be observed today. John Stott Anil. I believe that if there is one thing which Pierce says the masters had with unattainable grief, it is not the world's iniquity but the church's indifference. Universal Church. The high steeples, old structures, and historic buildings are the only images that strike an average Indian mind when they hear the word church. For many, it is nothing more than an old monument of rituals, religion, and tradition. As some once said, people today come to church only during matching, hatching, and dispatching. For the world outside, the church only resembles mysterious sermons and religious ceremonies. On the other hand, for many mission minded Christians, the church and its activities are mere formalities which can be conveniently avoided. We are living in a world where people want Christ but do not want to associate themselves with any church. With this backdrop, let us study the doctrine of universal church. The Old Testament employs two Hebrew words to designate the church. Kahal, derived from the root kal, which means to call, and edha, denotes a gathering by appointment. A gathering by appointment. The New Testament also uses two Greek words, ecclesia, which primarily mean to call out, and synagogue, which means to bring together. The term ecclesia, however, generally designates the church, the assembly of called out ones, though on a few occasions it refers to a common civil assembly also. Acts 19th chapter, 32 verse, 39th chapter, 41 verse. In this context, let's study 1 Peter 2 and 9, which probably gives the best definition for the nature of function of the church. But you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, the people belongs to God, that you may declare the priest of him who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light. Firstly, the requirement for an individual to belong to the church is that he or she should come out of the world's darkness and come into the wonderful light of Jesus Christ. It is this personal relation with Christ that makes an individual a part of the church. Secondly, the identity of such called out people is that we are chosen people and our people belongs to God. We are the holy nation, a royal priesthood, And our identity and preciousness is in our relation belonging with Christ and not in our material belongings. Thirdly, the function of the church is to declare the priest praises of him who called us. Our responsibility in the society is to witness and raise testimony for the living God in a dying world. The English word church is not directly derived from the word ecclesia, but from the Greek word kuriok, kuriakon, which means belonging to the Lord.